Hey, this is Jeff, and welcome back to my Fallout 3 challenge run to see how quickly I can get all skills to 100. Last week I got almost all the skill books I could get without completing quests, but I didn't have the heart to make Charon and Dogmeat fight Deathclaws twice in one episode.
Found you.
Which brings us to Old Oni. Oh, two of them. Great. And I missed. And the dart gun jammed. This is not good. Got him. I'd better give Dogmeat a stim pack.
Keep them pinned.
Here you go. Good boy. Not perfect, but it could have been a lot worse. I think the southwest corner of town is completely blocked off, so I'm going to go around that way and go in through the south side near the sewer entrance. The doorway up there lets you go through that building and connects to the street right around the corner from the sewer entrance. There are at least 2 Deathclaws that patrol fairly close to that area, so I'm going to see if I can pick one off from outside the fence. But the one that's usually down here does not appear to be in its usual spot, which makes me nervous, but if it's out of position farther away, I'm not going to complain. And I don't see any red on the map, so we might have lucked out here. There's the sewer entrance. Okay, that's good news. The level up screen won't pop up unless you're safe, so... Well, I mean, safe is relative, but we're not in immediate danger. We'll put 8 points in small guns, 5 points in sneak, and 7 points in unarmed. And for the perk, we'll take a rank of gun nut for 5 points each in repair and small guns. And if there's really nothing in the area that's going to ambush us when we come out, let's head into the sewer.
What was that?
Don't take point. I cripple it, Dogmeat keeps it pinned, and you blast it from a distance, remember?
Nothing here after all.
Yeah. Another reason I should take point, because I'm pretty sure they're... Yeah. Right there.
There you are. Where?
There you go.
Bring it!
Dogmeat remembers the plan, at least. Charon, if you could, fire. There you go. And dead.
Teach you to mess with me.
Good boy. Now, the book is through here. Also, Brotherhood of Steel Initiate with prototype medic power armor, which isn't bad, but it has an AI and it talks to you constantly, and I can't wear it anyway because I don't have power armor training. The book is at the back of this tunnel near a skeleton. Duck and Cover, the explosives book. And we're out of here. Excuse me. Fast travel back to Megaton, and then we never have to fight Deathclaws again. Last week I collected quite a few books that require you to start quests, but you don't have to complete them, like those, 10-penny tower, or you gotta shoot him in the head. And by the way, all the time we spent talking to or about Mr. Crowley, and it never occurred to me to make an Aussie reference. I must be slipping. Anyway, there are 2 more quests that I don't think you have to complete to get the related books, but I left them for the end just in case. First off, Riley's Rangers. There are 2 books on the upper floors of the Statesman Hotel, and once you're there, you can't leave until the elevator's fixed. Of course, Riley's in a coma, so we need to talk to Doc Barrows.
I'm afraid she's going to be out for a while. She's not well at all. Don't worry, though. I'm sure the rest of Riley's Rangers will show up soon and take her home.
Do you mind if I try and revive her?
Unless you're an expert at medicine, I wouldn't recommend it. You may end up doing more harm than good. However, I'm all for helping my patients, so if you think you have the ability, be my guest.
I think I might. See you later.
Bye.
I'm 99% sure the quest isn't complete until you return to the Ranger compound, but there's a book there too. And I don't have enough medicine skill. Fortunately, I brought the surgeon's lab coat just in case. I think you can talk Riley into giving you the Ranger compound password before you rescue her team, but if not, it might be tricky to get all 3 books without getting the XP for completing the quest. Revive Riley, and let's have a chat.
What? Where am I? What happened? How long have I been out?
Oh, cool. In a normal playthrough, I'd never take the perks that give you bonus skill points, so I didn't know there was a special dialogue with her if you have Gun Nut. I've heard of you guys. You pack some serious firepower.
You're pretty sharp, kid. We packed plenty of firepower, but that didn't help us from getting our asses into serious trouble. I didn't expect to make it out of there alive.
Can you think of anything that will help me get there?
We have a headquarters not far from here. If you can make it there, you're welcome to anything you need inside. Just punch in Riley 0247 at the gate. We have ammo, supplies, you name it.
Excellent. Didn't even require a speech check to get the password. All right, I have to go now.
Take it easy. I don't want to lose you too.
All right. The quickest way to the Ranger compound is not the way she just told us. We can just run right up the street to the Capitol building, go through, and out the back door. Assuming the super mutants inside haven't respawned. Either way, it's a straight shot from there to the Ranger compound. Good. The Fallout wiki says this one can glitch through the generator, but after Vault 108 and the scavenger's key, looks like we finally caught a break. And we already cleared out the hospital when we got those books, so we shouldn't have any trouble until we cross over into the hotel. As soon as we drop down here, we're committed, and hopefully Dogmeat and Karen will follow me. Companions sometimes get confused when you drop through a hole in the floor. Not just here, any place that's like this. If they don't, I'm just running for the exit. Except there's a trap up here, and I don't want the XP for disarming it. So... Oh, good. They made it. Fire in the hole, guys. Everybody okay? Let's roll. Ah. Butcher didn't make it. We wouldn't get the best ending from Riley, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And now that we have all the books, we won't be talking to her anyway. The last quest we need to start to get some books, but can hopefully leave unfinished, is Stealing Independence. I saved it till last because I'm not sure exactly how much of the quest we need to do to get access to the books I need, and at some point, Sydney becomes a temporary companion, because she doesn't trust you and she wants to make sure she gets her share of the reward. Of course, I probably won't even pick up the Declaration, and I definitely won't turn it into Abraham Washington, because that's when you get the XP. But she doesn't know that, so she might end up tagging along for the rest of this run.
Yeah!
And now that I said it out loud, I realize I'm an idiot. Instead of hiring Karen, I could have walked around the corner from Underworld as soon as we hit the mall and gotten a pretty decent bodyguard for free. Or for that matter, had Karen, Dogmeat, and Sydney.
That's over.
Well, there's an option for you if you want to try this at home. Anyway, if there aren't any more super mutants trying to kill us between here and there. No, there are more. I don't know. Maybe they would have made it a little tricky to get here without help, but I think the Georgetown strategy would have worked. Most of them are out in the middle of the mall, and their accuracy isn't that great, so if I stuck to the wall and kept moving, I think I could have made it from Underworld to the National Archives alive. And speaking of which, we're here. Actually, before we talk to Sydney, let's get the first book and clear out some of the super mutants. More spawn in and attack when you talk to her, but it'll make our life easier later.
Thought I heard something. Where? Had enough?
There's one book in each of the 4 zones of the archive. 3 of them you have to start the quest to get her password to access the basement, and 2 of those you can't get without picking locks.
I'm glad that's over.
But the one in here is easy. Mines. Oh, crippled. Alright, I guess we should be a little more careful. Take a stim pack. Oh, what did I just say? Sorry, that was me. Whoa. Not just mines, traps too. Lovely. The book is supposedly on one of these old school desks. There are quite a few of them in here, though. And there are more super mutants, too. At least 2. Okay, you know what? Let's just admit that we're not going to be careful and we're going to burn a lot of stim packs.
Be careful.
I'll wear your
Hey.
bones around
Flank 'em.
my neck! Oh.
Need some help with this one?
See? Now the plan matches reality. Unbelievable. It's on this desk right where we came in.
There may be danger here.
You think? So my claim that this was going to be easy would have been correct if I'd been paying attention. Anyway, let's go talk to Sydney.
Lock and load. They'll be here any second.
Where?
Ha!
That's
Where?
it. That's it.
Bring it! Hang
That takes
tight.
care of that.
There's always a second wave.
Hey,
What's the matter, huh? Can't stand the sight of your own blood?
Dogmeat just set off a mine and crippled me. Great.
that's it. That's it. Had enough?
I think that's... Yep, that's all of them.
Whew. Say, you're pretty decent in a firefight.
I assume by you mean my bodyguards. And yep, they sure are.
Ho ho! Do I detect a hint of wit? Rare to run into that in the capital wastes. Sorry, I'm being a complete asshole. I'm Sydney. It's good to meet a fellow relic hunter.
If by relics you mean skill books, yes I am. But I know that's not what you mean.
Come on. You and I both know this is where the Declaration of Independence is stashed. No need to be coy about it.
Well, even if I could pass the speech check, I don't want the XP, and I don't really want to go through the hassle of creating a forgery, so I guess we'll just kill him. I'm a redcoat spy, and the place is surrounded by my army.
Do you take me for a complete fool? I too have spies, and they tell me you have no army with you.
Yes, I do.
However, since you've admitted to being the enemy and you have no wish to surrender, I'm afraid you'll have to be executed for your crimes.
Good luck with that.
Bring it! I'm glad that's over.
Wait, I lost karma because my companions killed a robot? Companion kills don't usually affect your karma, and you can kill people without losing karma if you provoke them into shooting first, which he did. That has to be scripted. I don't know if they're implying that he attained sentience because he was left on for 200 years, or that archaeology is evil if the dead civilization you're looting happens to be America, but either way, I don't buy it. Besides, I'm not going to touch the Declaration, which is in one of these safes. I'm only here for the skill book. Sadly, there's no option to tell Sydney everything's dead and the Declaration is all hers if she wants it. And while it's tempting to drag her all over the wasteland as a third bodyguard, I don't want to get her killed doing something completely unrelated to her own quest, so wait here a minute. Or forever.
Yep, don't go too far.
Depends on what you mean by too far. And now we're into quests we will have to complete for skill points. The best ratio by far is Oasis, which is 300 XP for 12 skill points, plus 10 speech from the Bear Charm, plus a book. Conveniently, the wig we just got from Button Gwinnett gives you the best speech buff of any item in the game, other than used Bear Charm itself. And yes, I'm about to drink a beer and put on a powdered wig to sweet-talk a little girl. But it's not what it sounds like. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. But the game says it makes me more persuasive.
So you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me.
You are entirely too trusting. Tell me about your god.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Cool. With the wig, the speech check is 100%, so we don't even need to spam saves this time. Tell me too, then I won't be scared either.
Aw, I never knew an outsider could be scared of anything. Harold told me that he's scared of fire. If fire ever got on him, it would burn him and Bob until they were all gone.
Here in the sunken chambers, we have a stealth boy, some ammo and money, and what will probably be the last crate shenanigans we see in this run. A hidden medicine book. There's always a Mirelurk King up here, but after we take care of that, there's not much left between... Guys? Yeah, they'd rather worry about the basic Mirelurk that's taking a swim and not hurting anybody. Ow. Guys, seriously, I'm being shot here. You know.
Bring it!
Oh. Yep, I'm just gonna join the pool party then.
There's more where that came from.
There you go.
Teach you to mess with me.
All right. On to Harold's heart. Guys, pool party's over. Let's go. So, after reading all the books that I had complete collections of, here are the ones that still have a copy or two in the wild, but getting them involves unavoidable XP. Sneak, explosives, melee weapons, small guns, energy weapons, and barter. Well, not counting the respawning books. I did max out science, so no more trips to Shalebridge, but I do still need a few more big guns books from Bethesda. The key point here is it doesn't really matter which specific titles I get from here on out, it only matters that I get the most books for the least XP. And now our choices get harder. You can get one book if you achieve a peaceful resolution to blood ties, which gets you 300 XP, so that's not a very good skill point to XP ratio. You can also get one book for completing Galaxy News Radio, if you find Dad before you talk to 3 Dogs, so he gives you a key to the weapons stash in Hamilton's hideaway instead of Dad's location. But that's an even worse ratio at 400 XP. But, even though I said we could skip the entire main quest, the next best ratio turns out to be completing Tranquility Lane and Waters of Life, 1300 XP for 12 skill points from 6 books. There are 2 books inside the Taft Tunnel, 2 in the Citadel, and 2 in Murder Pass. There are 2 more in Vault 87, but as soon as you step inside, it completes picking up the trail for 800 XP, so we won't be going that far.
Hey, where?
Let these guys finish killing the mole rats so we can fast travel when we're done. If you complete Head of State after completing Waters of Life, you can get 2 more books, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Where?
Kill that last one, and then we can go rescue Dad. Let's go.
Be careful, my son.
A little deja vu from episode 1. We're going to level up from rescuing Dad. We'll put 2 points each in energy weapons, explosives, lockpick, and melee weapons. The rest in unarmed. And for the perk, take another rank of gun nut for 5 points each in repair and small guns. This time we are going to follow him to Rivet City. Well, not follow him, fast travel, but we'll be doing the Waters of Life right away.
Hello.
Dog meat. Janice is like, dogs sniff butts, it's what they do. The good news is, with Lesko's lab coat, I totally fit in with this crowd. The bad news, and it's not really bad news, is that Garza made it here alive this time, so we'll have to give him some stim packs for his heart condition when we get to that point. Anyway, let's talk to Dad and get this show on the road.
Hello, son. We can't accomplish anything until we can get inside.
Okay, he did put it on, which means it's better than his default armor. Now, last time when I did this, I was only level 4, and level 7 is when tougher enemies start spawning. Still won't be Hellfire Troopers or anything, but they'll have better weapons, and he'll be more survivable this way. Plus, it looks badass. Okay, let's go.
And I shall follow.
Sadly, there's no armor for Dogmeat, but I'll try to stay close and stick him with a stim pack if he needs it. Oh. Fortunately, I'm in the habit of not attacking anything by now because Karen scared the crap out of me when he came around the corner in the Enclave armor. And I don't know if you can get back into the tunnel after you reach the Citadel, so I should definitely pick up the books while we're here. The sneak book's right here in the ambush room. Why aren't my stim packs hotkeyed? Oh, right, because they're removed from your inventory when you enter Tranquility Lane. And unfortunately, coming in here got everybody fully engaged in combat, so I should probably stick close to Dogmeat until Dr. Lee opens the flood control door. Which sounds like she just did. Let's get out of here. Everybody still with us?
Hey.
Oh, that's not who I was expecting.
Keep firing.
Ow. I think some of them were still alive the last time, but they didn't follow me through the loading screen. Dr. Lee and her team must be fleeing somewhere. Hello, Dr. Lee. Oh, there they are. Let's go. Seriously? Let's go. Maybe if I talk to her.
What is it?
Don't take that tone with me, lady. Let's get moving. Follow me.
We'll be right behind you. Be careful.
So you say. We'll see if you really mean it on the other side of the loading screen. Well, some of them made it at least. Well, there she is. Nice trick. And I bet as soon as I open this door, Garza's gonna have a heart attack.
I must rest.
We can't go any further. We need to stop.
Garza, you'd better not run through here and get killed after I give you 5 stim packs. Alright, he's clear. Anyway, the other book should be down here on the same table as the Nuka Quantum. There it is. And there's one more wave of ghouls, but I think we can get past the checkpoint and out before they even know we're here. In the Citadel lab, there should be one book in the rest room. It's in a crate, but not concealed, so that doesn't really count as crate shenanigans, at least compared to some of the other ones we've seen. And there's one more in the A-ring, where we need to go to search the computer anyway. There's the location of the GEC. And the book is right down the hall in the Lion's Den.
Hail.
Hello, Sarah.
Hail.
Back in the barracks, under one of the beds. Alright, let's go talk to Rothschild. Why aren't you in the lab?
Did you have any success with that old terminal?
Yes, Vault 87.
Ah, well, that much I believe I can help with. Step over here for a moment. I'll show you where it is.
Are you seriously gonna walk all the way across the courtyard to get to the lab? What was wrong with the door right across from the conference room where you were sitting? I know you're stuck in a lab all day, no opportunity to get any fresh air, but Enclave, Purifier, no pressure, but I'm kind of in a hurry here. I went through Murder Pass on my first attempt because I couldn't hack Joseph's terminal, but like I said, this time I'm just here for the books. And fortunately, I think they're both pretty close to this end. One of them should be right across this bridge right up here. Guys? Super mutants. Coming this way. Maybe wanna get them? No? Oh, there they go.
Aha! There you are. Where? Bring it!
Baseball. I forgot there's a pitching machine trap over there, too. Alright. I think it looks clear enough to go grab it. Should be right down here. Yep, there it is. The other one should be right around the corner in the next room. And I guess Karen and Dogmeat are still distracted with the ones in the bridge room. I'm just going to grab this from the toilet and run, assuming I don't get cornered. Oh, there they are. Too late now, guys. I changed my mind. Wasteland's doing just fine with irradiated water. We don't really need a Gek. Feel kind of bad about yelling at Rothschild for being slow now, but he'll get over it. McCready, changed my mind. You can close it back up. There's actually one more location with 3 skill books that don't involve a quest, but they're in a locked container. I don't really want the XP for picking the lock, and there is a key, but the only way to get it is from a random event. I've been waiting to see if that event would spawn during my travels, but unfortunately it hasn't, so I'm going to have to pick it.
You like that?
More raiders? No, Mad Brahmin.
Well, that's the end of that.
Okay. Anyway, the books are in a container inside a ruined bus in the northwest corner of the scrapyard where we found Dogmeat. It's not that bus, it's a little farther ahead. Yeah, this one, beside the red boxcar. Inside, there's an ammo container marked as John's treasure box. And like I said, you can only get John's key from a random event that unfortunately didn't spawn during this run. And there they are. Back to Megaton. And with that, I have all the skill books I plan to get, with the exception of a couple more from the Bethesda Flamer guy to top off my big gun skill. So let's read these and then make a trip to Bethesda to see if he's respawned yet. And by the way, there are a few big guns and science books left in locked containers that I didn't bother opening, or in locations with no other books where I didn't want to activate the fast travel marker, just to save XP because I can make up the difference with respawning copies. Okay, I think this will be the last one. I needed a few more than I thought I did, but it was just a matter of use the wait key until they respawn, kill the flamer guy, grab the book, rinse and repeat. For about 2 weeks of in-game time.
Look what we have here. Where? Want some more?
There he is. Or she.
Hey. Hell yes! Look out!
Ow. Yeah, after I had done this a few times, I realized the raider boss is actually random in terms of appearance and armor, but he or she always has a flamer and a big guns book. And there it is. And we should be tantalizingly close to straight 100s at this point. And who helped with that? That's right, you did. Good dog. Karen, thank you too, man. Seriously. So let's read that and have a look. Given some of my previous missteps, you might have thought my leaving some skills just shy of 100 out of alphabetical order was an oversight or a mistake in my planning spreadsheet, but no, it was actually part of my master plan. Not all along, but as I made adjustments to my assumptions about how many XP I'd get from locations, locks, and all that, I realized there was one source of skill points that I had left untapped. I just didn't want to jinx myself by saying anything before I knew for sure it was going to work or not. So let's imagine for a minute that we don't have broken steel installed, and therefore we can never get all of our special stats to 10. See where this is going? Here in the Greener Pastures disposal site office, there's Nuka-Cola Quantum, by the way. We didn't even come inside when we were here earlier because I didn't want the agility bobblehead. But what happens if we take it now? We get an extra point of agility, obviously, but that also means we get +2 in each of the related skills, small guns and sneak. So they are now 100. The Charisma bobblehead in Vault 108 gives us +1 Charisma, but also +2 Barter and Speech. So now, they're 100. Back home in Megaton, we don't even have to break into Lucas's house because we disarmed the bomb and he trusts us. Go upstairs and grab the Strength bobblehead from his desk. +1 strength, and therefore +2 melee weapons. So, now that's 100. And I have some bad news, guys. I know I said we never need to fight Deathclaws again, but I was wrong. Sorry about that. But after this time, never again, seriously. So we just need to swing by the house and pick up the dart gun. Here we go. Oh, shit.
Got one.
Oh, 2 of them. I didn't actually equip the dart gun before I fast traveled. Brilliant. Hold on, guys.
Had enough?
Well, 3 of them. I have never seen that before. Did they follow us outside the last time I was here? Oh, Enclave scientist. Yeah. You see a lot more Enclave after Waters of Life, and I guess this is where they capture Deathclaws for their experiments. Oh, Dogmeat needs a stim pack. Yeah, laser pistols are the least of my worries. I'm pretty sure a Deathclaw can still one-shot me. In fact, I'd better give him a few. I can't give Charon a stim pack. I mean, I can, and he should have some, but I can't administer one myself. Hang in there, buddy.
That's it. Damn. Ah.
Charon, might want to shoot him. Ooh, Dogmeat, you are the best dog. Everybody okay? All right. That was unexpectedly tense. I didn't think it would get scary until we were inside. Speaking of which, I don't think the ones inside respawn, but after what just happened, who knows? Well... No? Ah, there's one on the compass. Looks like it's right beside the bobblehead. Great. Don't see it.
Target locked.
Need some help with this
Oh,
one?
another Enclave officer. Good dog. Alright, let's grab this thing and get out of here. +1 endurance, and I'll look at my other stats when we get home. Well, at least the series isn't wrapping up with some easy little run and fetch business. It's going out with a bang. Take off Lesko's lab coat so we can see my natural stats, no buffs. +1 endurance also gave us +2 big guns and unarmed. And there it is, all skills 100 at level 7. In your face, the American dream. I mean, the quest, not... Whatever, I'm already on the watch list now. Anyway, we even did it with 135 XP to spare, so even if the grenade trick hadn't worked to get the scavenger's key, I could have lockpicked his footlocker and still been under. Let's also take a quick look at my miscellaneous stats. I managed to keep neutral karma to the end. Only 11 quests completed, and bear in mind that 4 of those were tutorial quests before we even left the vault. 103 locations discovered. That could easily have been a lot higher if I hadn't gone out of my way to avoid map markers when I was collecting books. No people killed. By me. My companions murdered a lot of people, so I don't think this exactly qualifies as a pacifist run, even though the number is technically 0. 15 creatures killed. Talked about that last week. 19 locks picked, and 2 computers hacked. And I'm sure every one of them was necessary to gain skill points, books, bobbleheads, or whatever. 28 stimpaks taken. Kind of surprised that's not higher. No Rad-X and only 3 Rad-Away. I'm not too surprised by that because I got a free Rad Scrub from Moira halfway through. 2 chems taken. The ant pheromones to get the discount on Karen's contract. Not sure what the other one was. 1 mine disarmed for Moira. 2 speech successes. Sapling U and McCready. 3 pockets picked. You don't get XP for those, but it was Derek's comic, Dave's key, and the key to Tenpenny's penthouse that I got from his security guard. 334 books read, which is surprisingly only 9 more than the theoretical max from the wiki, so I didn't really abuse the respawning books that badly. 19 bobbleheads, that's all of them except energy weapons from Raven Rock, and 1 weapon created, obviously the dart gun. And the rest of these are related to perks that I never took. So, in the final analysis across 6 episodes, we have 3 answers. The absolute lowest level you can get all skills to 100 is 7, if you don't care about raising all your special stats to 10, or if you can't because you don't have Broken Steel installed. If you do have Broken Steel and you eventually want to be truly perfect at level 30, you can still get all skills up to 100 by level 8. And if you want to do it without using respawning skill books, you can do it by level 9. So that's it. After a couple false starts, we actually managed to get all skills to 100 1 level lower than my original somewhat flawed spreadsheet predicted. And while I'm delighted...
Hey there.
Dude, doing an outro here. Anyway, it's really been more about the journey than the destination. At least I hope so, because it took me long enough to get here. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.